Here's an awesome little tip or trick that you can use for yourself. Super secret. A lot of people probably wouldn't think of this. Um, and it's oftentimes one of those things where it's like hidden in plain sight. If you need a singer, if you need an arranger, if you need a producer, if you just need help, sometimes it's worth going to Facebook groups or Pinterest groups or forums and finding people that are willing to do it for free or next to nothing. So, perfect example of this, vocalists. You might be the producer, mix engineer, and mastering engineer of your project, but you need a vocalist. Well, some vocalists are worth their money. Some just charge money because they're a vocalist and that's what vocalists do, and they see other vocalists charging money, so they do too. That's not really an excuse because, just because you can sing or think you can sing doesn't mean that you should get paid. And I'm sorry to have that kind of tough attitude, but commanding a high fee on a website that you can hire a vocalist from isn't always worth it when you can go on Facebook and search out groups for singers groups, vocalist groups, and basically make a post and say, hey, I'm an EDM producer and DJ. Is there any vocalist out there that's interested in working with me on a track that will be signed, that has marketing money behind it, and therefore will almost undoubtedly get streams and possibly chart and, begin to do something here, network and make a connection. At least in my experience, the amount of likes and messages that I get is always overwhelming. Now, a key thing to put in that post that I forgot to say was make sure you put, especially if it's a vocalist, must have a studio set up at home. Okay? You can't record a vocal through a little AirPod, headphones, wire microphone. If they don't have a laptop with a digital audio workstation and, a microphone, a good mic with a pop guard and an audio interface, they probably can't play in our arena because they're going to send you back some second-rate, super crappy recording, and even if they're a talented vocalist, a microphone that's on a wire attached to some ear pods are not really going to do it, So that's one key thing. Invite people to message you with their talent, but they have to have not a pro setup, because a lot of people will take that the wrong way and think, well, if their basement isn't a finished studio, then they can't record. That's not true. We're just saying, do you have a decent mic with a decent laptop that records into a DAW? You have a pop guard on the mic, so all of your plosives are controlled, and you can deliver a marginally good product to send over to me to put in my track. It's a really good way to find vocalists, and if you put that as kind of the gatekeeper, you'll likely find a lot of people who have that basic setup and are more than happy to do this. And same thing with composers. I'm not particularly great with music theory, although I'm doing something about it every day. So there's times where I work with a composer to help me work out the kinks. I think I pay a composer over in the UK like $15 US per track. And I mean, this guy isn't well known. He wasn't found on a website that charges to hire a composer. I literally posted in a Facebook group. I got a ton of hateful comments, a ton of rude comments, but there was one or two guys who understood what I was looking for and could see the value in it. And I kept in touch with them, and the one ended up being more interested than the other. And before I knew it, I have a steady working relationship now with a drum and bass artist out of the UK that is just way better at piano and composing than me. So I throw him less than $20 US, and for a track, and when I need it, he helps me work out the kinks. I don't know what his situation is, but to him, it's like a killing for him. And for me, it's a killing for me because I'm not overspending. So everybody wins. So good little tip and trick there, guys. Think about that kind of stuff. Facebook groups.